whenever I buy cheap can openers, say for $5 each, and it was better when I bought one time in the supermarket. I think it cost $11, but whenever I buy cheap can openers, this is what inevitably happens. And then I forget, and it doesn't take years for this to happen. I didn't buy this that long ago. Cheap can openers suck, alright? And I got that one I haven't opened yet, that doesn't, this is what inevitably happens, so I want to show you. See? I have to see if you can see. Yeah, you guys can see. Look at this. This is what inevitably happens. This is a cheap can opener I bought not that long ago. Not like years ago, not even a year ago. And eventually, it doesn't take long before it doesn't work anymore. So, I forget though, by the time I buy a can, I forget that this is what happens. And the one that I bought in the supermarket for $11, this kind, it eventually, got bad and did the same thing, but it definitely lasted longer. So even though you're paying more than double the price, it's worth it. And I told you I wanted to try out a dollar store can opener. They only paid $1 for. I don't know what I did with the can opener. And if you wonder why I didn't open up this one I bought off of Amazon, and it's guaranteed. You love it, or you get your money back, no questions asked. I don't know if I'm going to love this, and I don't know why I haven't opened it. I don't know why I didn't open my radio. Come here with broccoli, Omar. But this is a dollar store can opener. I guess I'm going to use up these can openers. Just out of curiosity, I wanted to see if how long this one lasts. But that's kind of silly to do. But I at least want to try it out a little bit. I can't wait forever. That Zelly, they want to know if you like it. I haven't even tried it. And if you want to know why, well, Lord only knows. Anyway, it hasn't been that long since I bought that $5 can opener. I never even knew dollar stores sold can openers. This is a dollar store can opener. It wouldn't surprise me if I timed it, which I'm not going to. But I might hate that can opener. Joe had a nice expensive one though. A nice expensive, Joe always gets the best, you know what I mean, if he's going to get something. A nice expensive lidless can opener, and I had difficulty figuring it out. You have to get the hang of it when you're used to this kind that you've been using your whole life, And it was way more advanced than that Zelly. It's called Zelly, right? But anyway, let's see if this lasts at all. I'd be curious. But they don't last long. It wouldn't surprise me if I did keep track of it, if lidless can openers were never created, if these dollar store that I didn't know existed, if I timed it, if it lasted exactly the same amount of time as the one that I got for $5 at a discount place that was, a little bit more expensive, but I mean, everything's not $1, but it's still a discount place. I know, Mama's making you a little meal. I can show my viewers. We've got, first on the plate, we have broccoli. See, the broccoli. And then we got a little spoonful of pumpkin. This is yummy. To you, not to Mommy. Alright, so the Mommy can eat it. It ain't yummy to her. And then we got a piece of pineapple. Then we got some fish. Might not be quite tasty, I know. Nah, it still smells okay. I probably wouldn't eat it, but you're a dog. I read you have different stomachs. It doesn't smell rancid, it's just... It's not the sardines, just in case you're really following me. Now what is in here? I had to be careful. One time there was an avocado. Oh, it's just something I took out, frozen, and what's back here? See, that's pineapple. That's still good. Remember, we both eat the pineapple, me and Omar, and sometimes I've opened up cans just because I want the pineapple juice. I'm just craving it. Oh, there's an old apple. That's something from the freezer that's thawing, so that's okay. I can still eat that. I need to throw away the old apple, see? Old apple. Old apple, throw that away. Okay. And what's in here? Oh, that's just my lemon. I don't like to find old food in the fridge. Sometimes it gets lost in there. Okay, Holmes, we got pineapple, salmon, pumpkin, broccoli, blueberry. Like Selena once said, Omar eats better than most of us. Yeah. These are my enemies, including my aunt in disguise, even though she would deny it with her last breath. I know that it's true. It could actually be proven, not that anybody's ever going to prove it, but it could be proven to trace back. Okay. She knows. It's like she knows I'm telling the truth about all the shit when I found out totally by accident. Left my mom in tears and me was more disgusted than ever. Here we do. We got this for the Omar. Yeah. Let's see. You know, his little plate of lovely, plate of healthy. We got broccoli, three frozen blueberries, little bit of salmon, which is usually sardines, but if I've opened salmon, I didn't eat it all, I want to use it up, and pumpkin, and a piece of pineapple. He's like, just put it fucking down, Mama, never mind displaying it. You want that? Do you want it? Do you want it? In a couple hours or so you can have your other thing of food too, your afternoon food. Since last time we weighed ourselves a few days ago, Mama was, still hovering around under 200. Despite all the obscene walking she's been doing lately. Not for power walking, but just for walking back and forth from my mom's to the closest store, walking around here to our stores, walking, Yesterday I probably walked, don't know, I gotta figure it out. I bet you it's more than 5 miles, though, altogether, if I add it all up, but we'll see, maybe I'm wrong. Seemed like it anyway. You want this? Here. Come here. Here. Here, Holmes. No, I'm gonna put it over here. Come here. Here you go. Here, Omar. Here. Here. Yum. 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 I thought it was going to storm this morning. I don't think it did. So I was just out with the light, and I got up with him, and when I created those videos, I never drank the water. I didn't want to have to get up and pee-pee. So I just didn't do it. Didn't bring the water. I just don't like I ate anything either, so I'll just drink the water now. In my 16-ounce glass. Too bad I didn't realize that would turn moldy. I should have, I wanted to figure out, solve the mystery of exactly, try to figure out what had happened with those cherry juice bottles. But, laugh out loud, maybe it'll happen again and I'll be able to figure it out the next time. These are going to last me a while though. Because I had originally ordered 6, and they replaced, 6 and 3 were damaged, so I have 9 instead of 6. So they don't last as long as you might think. I will order them again from Vitacost and take my chances. It's annoying. They're taking their chances. I swear to God, if it happens again, now that I have his extension, if he's still working there, I'll call him directly, tell him I have his email, and I'll say, look what happened. I expect if this happened again, despite my warnings to you and my online friends' warnings to you, I want my whole box replaced. He was going to replace the whole box, and I said, well, they aren't damaged because, they weren't, like the pumpkin seeds were, even though they're not breakable, they were put in a protective plastic bag so they didn't get cherry juice on them. But the teas are paper, so they were just thrown in there, and in the return order, the same thing, just thrown in there. They don't put them in a bag. They should, but they don't. I think they should as a just-in-case precaution, but they don't do it. Again, their policy. You know what I mean? I do. I think they should put those, not protect them really well, but just from the element, just from whatever, just in case something explodes, something happens, they should put those teas in a protective plastic bag. They put other things that are sealed tight. These didn't get cherry juice all over them because they arrived in some kind of plastic bag. I know that they did. They weren't just thrown in the box like this, yet cardboard teas are just thrown in the box. I don't know. I just know that that's the case. Otherwise, they would have had cherry juice all over them too, and even though they weren't damaged on the inside, I would have said, yeah, replace those too, Austin. Even though he offered, I said no, I was being nice, but I also joked around, well, when I've had problems before, like with Lowe's, they gave me a $100 gift certificate. I said, you can give me, to make up for my trouble and aggravation, since all you're doing is replacing what was damaged, you can give me extra, you can give me a percentage off, like a larger one than they generally offer to the public, on my future order, that I could use on a future order. And don't have it have an expiration date or whatnot, because I'm not ready to order for a long time. So, probably won't, and again, I don't care. I'm not going to condemn her for that. I did get the extra 3 cherry juice bottles and extra 1 conditioner, and I can use the one with the pump top broke off again, just annoying. And apparently, as I said, that particular brand is getting away from using not pump tops. It's just like anything. Everybody wants convenience. My mom, just as an aside, every can now is switching over to the friggin' pull top, alright? Well, what happens when tuna starts they already have. Pretty soon, people are so lazy they can't use a can opener, open cans apparently. We have to have all pull tops now. And my mom can't pull the tops. Last time, the tuna that was on sale at the supermarket for $1 a can, I think I was gonna get her that, and they didn't have, I thought they didn't have any, because there was none on the shelf, but they actually, because it was on sale, they had it displayed. But I'm glad that the manager wanted to be cool, because they know me, you know, he wanted to be cool. He's like, you can pick any comparable tuna. And I said, thank you. And then I had somebody in there search for tuna. They couldn't find it out back in storage. Well, they should have been aware there was a huge display case in the front. Not my problem, not my fault. And I said to the manager, you know, all the tuna that's on sale has the pull tops now that it didn't used to have. My mom, this is for her. She can't do the pull tops. And I said, will you still honor the thing with the tuna? He said, oh yeah. And I got like 30 cans, and the person had to do it one at a time. The guy wasn't happy. He literally had to do it one at a time. The original price of the tuna, and then a discount of whatever off to make it so it was the $1 or the 99 cents. Like he had to do it for all 30 separate. It's tough shit. Tough fucking shit for the people behind me too. My mom can't do pull tops. Poor woman can't have Dole pineapple that's all in pull tops now. It wasn't years ago, before pull tops came into existence, apparently to save the people who don't want to have to open cans with a can opener. But what about the people like my mom, she can't pull the tops off? I saw a can where she tried. She wanted pineapple, and she couldn't have it. And I found a can she'd saved that she tried to get the pull top. She had it in the fridge. She tried to get the pull top off. She couldn't do it. You know, it's like, fuck it. Now all the companies are gonna have pull tops now. Apparently. I'm noticing more and more pull tops. Pretty soon there's gonna be nothing but pull tops, I can guarantee you. And my mom can't do them. And that's just sad, because I got her pineapple, and the Dole pineapple just comes in pull tops now. So she has to have it with the pull top. She can't do it. She has to rely on, you know, if I happen to remember, if I go over there to open up a can, and that she can have, but if she could, imagine you wanted some pineapple and there's a whole 20 cans in your pantry, your cabinet, and you can't have it because you can't get the pull top open. How frustrating. Goes the same thing with you're freezing or hot in your room, and the air conditioner, you can't unplug it, and your landlord doesn't fix it so it can be normal and turned off and on by a knob. How sad. You know, frustrating, sad. But it won't surprise me. It won't surprise me if even, you know, if a year or so from now, every fucking manufacturer makes cans just with pull tops. I'm seeing it more and more and more. And I just am here to tell you firsthand, not everybody can pull those pull tops off. My mom can't do it. And that's just fucking sad. And the tuna that was on sale, if I had found it, I wouldn't have had any recourse. I can't say to the manager, can I not get this tuna that's on sale? Can I get a replacement even though you have a million cans of it? It was just fortunate there was none on the shelf, and I didn't see the display. I wasn't making it up. And the salesperson who was helping me, she's not a cashier, she's like a bagger or just whatever, but she couldn't find it either, and she didn't know it was up front, so it's her fault. And she even looked out back for me, and that's when I asked the manager. But it turned out they did have hundreds of cans in the front display that I hadn't seen. But I wouldn't have been able to get the tuna on sale. It was all flip tops. So if one company of tunas switched to flip tops, it's only a matter of time before they all do. And then my mom won't even be able to have fucking tuna. And my guess is they're catering to lazy people who are too lazy to use a fucking can opener. Seriously. That's my take on this. Because we didn't even have to worry about flip tops, I don't think, 10 years ago, and now everything is switching to flip tops. It can't be that flip tops are cheaper for the manufacturer. How could it be? How could it be? I'm going to assume that they're just as protected, but I don't even know if that's the case. You know how you always think of cans lasting forever? They say, technically, even though most people aren't going to do it, you could find like a can of stuff will last 20 years. But are the pull tops as protective as the original cans that we had from years ago? And you know, I'm a hell of a lot older than a lot of you probably. It wouldn't surprise me if I have younger viewers. I already know of one. You know what I mean? I'm here to tell you, you might not think it's a big deal, but my mom certainly can't be the only person, probably an elderly person, who's unable to get a flip top open. She tried. I have witness. I looked in my own eyes. She had tried to get that can of pineapple because I had like 10 cans in her pantry with the flip tops. She can't do it. She couldn't do it, but she did fucking try. Okay? And now all the food manufacturers, can manufacturers, are switching to flip tops from what I've seen. Pretty soon it'll be all of them. It's a hell of a lot of them now. And again, this brand of tuna had already gone on the bandwagon apparently. And why else are they doing it except to cater to lazy people who don't want to open cans? And you can't say, oh, well, it's safer. It's not any safer. It's convenience. We all want convenience. All the so-called conspiracy theorists and all the natural people, whatever, talk about that. But that's, you know, we all want convenience. People just want convenience. It's not any safer. The safest thing is probably another thing that people probably can't use is the lidless can openers. That's the safest. So they do warn that every once, because then they have no jagged edges. But you sure as fuck still have jagged edges from a flip top, okay? It's not any safer than opening up a can. It's all about convenience now. That's what it is in this world, alright? It's all about everyone in a hurry, all about convenience. That's why you can have a literal fucking crosswalk, alright? That doesn't have a little walk guy, but the cars are supposed to honor it. And you can have one car letting you go if there are two directions. You have one car letting you go on this side and you're stuck in the fucking middle because the cars go this way and you're right in the middle and they don't let you go. Take it from a walker. A long-time, lifelong walker. Okay? Just yet another thing that makes me eccentric, makes me weird, makes me whatever. I did drive a car though after I got out of college. I drove every fucking day. 5 days a week. I was working at Friendly's full time, traveling from where my mom and I were living with her crazy third husband. Okay. Her mentally ill third husband. I don't have to be politically correct if I don't want to. He was just... He took meds, it didn't even help him. At least mom takes meds and it helps her appear normal. He was just... Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. I drove every day to Friendly, so I did have a car. And did I like driving? Yeah, it was fine, it was alright. But then the car died, and I was in the position of a lot of people are, where I couldn't afford to get another car. And then, not long after that, I was with Joe for 6 years, and he had a car, and I didn't need one. You know? And then after that, it was been so long since I'd driven, I just didn't, you know, Donald didn't drive. That was for mental reasons. I just decided I didn't care, you know? I didn't have to drive. Didn't need a car. A lot of people don't drive. They would love to be able to drive. They would love to be driving. You know, they just can't afford to buy a car. which was the case with me as well, you know. But I can't say that I couldn't afford to buy a car when I was working full time. I just had gone so long without a car that I didn't, then at the point I was scared, didn't want to drive, and I would see how, walking everywhere, how it was a jungle out there. I'd follow all traffic singles and signals, and I'd almost get hit all the time. And then in California, Omar and I would walk and almost get hit. People just don't fucking care about pedestrians. They don't pay attention, and so I went so long that I reached a point where I didn't care. When I did drive, I was a very careful driver. I blasted my music. That shouldn't surprise any of you, but I didn't speed, and I was a careful driver. But it is nerve-wracking, and nowadays everything is just, you know, people can't even use can openers anymore. Everything has to be flip-top. So my poor mom can't have a can of pineapple because she can't open the flip-top even when she tries. How depressing. And like I said, tuna I know didn't used to be flip-top, because nothing was flip-top. Just because I might buy one brand of tuna doesn't mean I don't look at the other brands of tuna, okay? Solid white tuna is what we get. We don't like chunk, we don't like light, we don't like any of that, okay? My favorite is Bumblebee, but we'll do whatever is on sale for $1 if you can get it, and you know, sometimes. And nothing was flip-top, no, everything is flip-top. This whole fucking brand of tuna was flip-top, and I wouldn't have been able to save money and get it because my mom can't open the flip-top tuna. I would never do that to her just because it's on sale. I just got lucky that the salesperson, whatever you call them, the store employee, who's not a cashier ever, I've never seen her as a cashier, and I've been going to that store forever, you know, since I moved to this area. She was unaware of a huge fucking display right in front. She should be made aware of this thing. She should, but she wasn't. She didn't know there was any more tuna. And the manager wasn't. He's off. You know, managers are busy. They're just going to make it good for the customer. You know, then he's not even going to think about a display being in the front possibly. He's probably not aware of that either, and there's nothing, look, I showed him, there's nothing, I called the manager, had him call him, there's nothing on the shelf, this tuna's $1, but there was only like a couple cans I was able to show him. I think there was like, I said, I wanted like 30 cans, can I please get this, it's the same original price, and he, oh yeah, whatever, do whatever you want, I'll approve it. No, do whatever you want. So he had told the person up front, but the unlucky gentleman who got me had to discount each individual 30 cans of tuna slowly. They have to, however they do it at the store, they have to put in the original price, and then they have to put and I see it on my receipt, discount like 30 cents or whatever. No, it wasn't 30, it had to be more than 30 cents. Tuna's not, the tuna was on sale for $1, and the tuna's not $1.30 for a solid weight. It's like whatever the discount was. And then so on and so forth 30 times on the receipt. You know what I mean? So, my poor mom, she can't open the flip tops, and all these fucking food manufacturers are switching the fucking flip tops. So. Make sure. Yeah, see if that's mine. No, it's not. They'll be doing it probably maybe tomorrow, I don't know. I changed my phone number, remember? No. That's your dog food. You can smell it in there. It's supposed to be airtight inside the box and inside the airtight plastic. You shouldn't be able to smell it. You shouldn't be able to smell the dog food in there, but I know that you do because I've seen it before. Some of you probably have, because he can smell it because he has dogs have super sense of smell. 200 times more than humans or some stuff I read before. Mr. Pug Dog! Doo-doo-doo-doo! Doo-doo-doo-doo! I don't like that Steve's green tea. I forgot that I didn't like it and I bought it again. That's annoying. I'll drink it though. It's good for you. Green tea is good for you, so. I love a Mr. Pug Dog, a Mr. Pug Dog, a Mr. Pug Dog. Yeah, he and I have been staying around the same weight. I periodically have weighed us. And, so he still gets his extra food. Until such time as he gains too much weight, he'll still get his extra food. We've been walking, not lately, not as much. I still try to walk him every day, but it's only just out in the mailbox. So I want him to gain weight, and I want me to lose weight. Not happen in either direction. He's staying around the 17. It's just, as long as it's up above 17, it's okay, but I do want him to be up higher. At least up to 18 pounds. But he's safe. And actually, I gotta check my calendar. I think he might be due for his. What do you do for your frontline pug dog? Mr. Pug Dog, give me a dream. We're working on that, honey. I have to keep an eye on you. I'm afraid you'll poop on the floor. Even though you only went one poo-poo today. You know, sometimes you go 3 poo-poos. You have no reservations whatsoever about going on the floor, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Oh, just as an aside, you bet, mark my words, just like happened with Godsend Woman, when she had me, you know, hung up the phone with her last summer and was bawling, because she, instead of being up front with me like a friend would do, even if it's not, you know, even if it's more like a mother figure, but still, she was just cold and cruel. You know, it wasn't my fault. I got the heel spur, and then a week later I have the broken foot all at the same time that Omar gets a corneal ulcer. You know, Omar got a corneal ulcer because I didn't know if he has the whole bed to jump up on, and I had couch cushions at the end of the bed to have my foot elevated when I had the heel spur. Not the broken foot, the heel spur. How the hell was I supposed to know that Omar would decide to jump up there, of all things, you know, right there, and smash his head into that and go backwards? I mean, it didn't. And then, again, everything happened at once, but if someone cares about you, then they understand that you're the type, you don't call them every other day for anything. Can you pick me up at my boyfriend's? Can you drive me to get some cigarettes? You know what I mean? It's only when I really, really needed it. But again, cuts me off completely, and then when I'm all healed, waving and smiling. I bet you anything she's going to do the same goddamn thing. Wave and smile, all phony. Or just act like nothing happened between us at all. Even though I sent her heartfelt texts that were all to the point. You could have just said, no, I am not the type to, I'm not going to just conveniently forget all the good things you did for me just because you don't want to do it anymore, or you feel like, you know, whatever. But I don't, you know, it's worse to know that you're helping me and secretly resenting me unbeknownst to me, you know? It's hell. It's like, so it's not like I didn't tell her. She knows. I sent 2 heartfelt texts to her. And I'm not going to go to her face and say anything. We're not at that level, you understand? It's not like I'm dealing with a Joe, where of course I'd be to his face. He came home from work that time and came up, and all he did was hug me and apologize to me. And I said, I've been crying all day long. I didn't think you loved me anymore. You ordered me to pack my bags and leave right now. He's like, oh, I was just angry. You know me. I'm like, no, I don't, Joe. I don't trust anything in this life, not even our friendship, but it made it stronger. Because and I couldn't just, you know, pack my bag and leave or whatever. I'm not going to get $1,000 flight or something. But he changed his mind anyway. He didn't make me leave. I wound up staying a lot longer, actually. But again, that's a Joe, or take any friends I've had in the past. Alright? This is different. This wasn't a buddy-buddy. But it's also revolved around the fact that I thought she also feels bad, and I think she does, but she just, for my elderly mom, since, you know, she's older than my mom, you know? So it revolved around that too. You know, my mom's coming. If it's hot or is it whatever. But again, I hadn't asked her for anything in 3 weeks. And 3 weeks prior, I really need to go grocery shopping. I hadn't had her take me grocery shopping or pick me up at the grocery store in like a month. Okay. And I needed food. I didn't have any, and my mom was coming, and I need to take care of her. You know. So it revolves around that too. Where as another reason I thought she didn't mind. And then when she ever said that, first she ignores my texts. I'm not going to think anything of that. I think, oh, she's busy, or she didn't get them, or something happened. No. Did you get my texts? I got them. Or did you read them? Did you read my texts? I read them. Well, this was Saturday morning. Well, if you read them, why didn't you get back to me? And there's a pause, uncomfortable silence, and she goes, I just did it, okay? And then, look, Laura, you and your mother are going to have to figure out something where you're not relying on me. Holy fucking shit. Just come at me like that. Oh, and church woman has already offered without even being asked. She would let me go too, but after I went off, I don't want to really be involved with her. Let's fend for myself. But in any case, if I really need something, my mom can go to the store after church, the church woman said. But my mom can't do grocery shopping for me. That used to be problems where she couldn't find anything and she'd be all flustered in the store. You know, I'm very appreciative my mom could go to church with this woman, but I don't want to be involved with her again. You know, and I told my mom up front, like, you know, when she did that, and you begged her, you had that such a scare where you thought you were going to die, and you begged her when she woke up from whatever you remembered her phone number, you didn't know mine, and to just get in contact with me and tell me where you were. Selena and I know if she was alive or dead or something in between. It turned out it was something in between, and the woman didn't tell me, but went and visited my mom, you know. So I went off on her in voicemails over that. To her, she didn't want to get involved. She doesn't want to get in between whatever's going on, but with the sister and my mom, and that's just bullshit. Okay, Auntie voluntarily relinquished that power over my mom, and my mom and I have every right to see each other if we fucking want to. If my mom didn't want to see me, that would be an end of discussion. It would be. I wouldn't push the issue. My mom wanted to fucking see me, and that's why Joe was like, she's her daughter. She has a right to see her. And that lawyer got involved, and that was it. Their lawyer, the mental hospital lawyer, got involved. And it took 2 seconds for me to be able to see my mom. But then I found out Auntie had told them that I do YouTube. So I had a little talking to ahead of time. All we ask is you don't talk about us on YouTube. Well, I don't give details, bitch, but you can't stop me from giving non-details, you know? But of course I agreed to it. I wanted to see my mom. I hadn't seen her in over, I hadn't seen her in, how long had it been? Like a year? I had talked to her, remember, I just hadn't seen her. Like we said, Auntie didn't want me to know that all was not well in paradise, and unlike what she wrote on the court documents, my sister got completely well under my care. Your sister, when that hospital that discharged her, you know, this was the second time around in this hospital, and she discharged her in the worst condition, just like what happened with me, and a few days later you had to hospitalize her again, bitch. You just want to, as usual, pull the wool over everyone's eyes, and you get away with it, except for certain people. Except for with certain people. I got the proof right from the horse's mouth. I'm still not sure where my mom stayed, though, because my mom was pointing out something on the TV one time, and I'm like, she's like, I stayed there. I'm like, you did? When? She's like, I did. Okay, I said, all right, Mom, maybe that was in that time where you weren't a part of my life. We weren't in each other's lives. Maybe that's when you stayed. The time where Auntie was pretending that everything was okay, and you didn't wind up back in any mental hospitals, and she made you well again, and fucking bullshit. All smoke and mirrors, goddamn fucking bullshit. Should I open up more boxes to crush? I put the boxes in the garbage, but I forgot I have to keep them because I have to figure out to make sure Vitaclass sent me the right shit. No, I don't condemn them for sending me the wrong shit when it's a big order. No. And again, it's a big order because I had a big discount, and it's stuff that's going to last me a long goddamn fucking time. You understand? Stocked up on cans. Remember, my mom comes to visit now, so frequently I need to have stuff to feed her too. And Omar and I share the pumpkin, and it get pumpkin this last time around, but I got him his sardines. Good thing I do stock up when I go to grocery stores, because now, you know, I'm not asking her for a goddamn thing unless she makes a move to explain herself, apologize, any and all of the above, anything you can think of, including seeing me walking and saying, "Do you want to ride?" And I'll be like, I don't know what I'll do. I won't. I might say, sure, if things are going to be good between us again, and you're going to be upfront with me and communicate, and not just be doing anything I ask you to do and seething inside, unbeknownst to me. You know, it's not rocket science. Get out of there! There's nothing behind that refrigerator. It's an old fire extinguisher that I need to call the fire department and have them take away. I don't know how to use it. My mom didn't know how to use it the 5, 6, 7 years she was here before I came and moved in, and it needs to be thrown away. They don't last forever. I saw it on the TV. It said fire extinguishers don't last forever. They do expire, and if you call your fire department, they'll come and take the old one away for you. I was supposed to be drinking my water, wasn't I? I need to shave my legs. Any of you like my legs? This is from "27 years of walking everywhere." But I had to start with I had to be born with the basic building blocks of the legs, and then they've been, fine-tuned from 27 years of walking everywhere. Even when Joe had a car, I still walked everywhere. Those 6 years I was with Joe. It's just what I did. I did it for exercise. I could still, bring home things here or there from the grocery store, because again, he was working full time. There are times I wasn't working full time, but I worked different. Different types of hours when I was working for the phone sex company, and then I was doing phone sex for a while. Joe and I didn't live in expensive apartments or have, you know what I mean? I could make a living just doing phone sex if I had to. Back then, things were a lot cheaper too. Key phrase, if I had to. Would not want to go back to doing that. Trust me. Believe me, I wouldn't. It might be convenient legal money because you don't have to leave the comfort of your home. But it wasn't even remotely easy. Not to me, anyway. Not unless they were fast, which you crush your fingers and pray, but it doesn't always work out that way. Some of them kept you on the full hook in 30 minutes. I can't keep putting off watching that Bachelorette thing because it's keeping me in chains. I can't watch anything because it might reveal it. I hesitate even to read my comments because some jerk might tell me just to try to piss me off. So I think I'm going to watch that and sort boxes at the same time because I don't have to really pay attention to the Bachelor that much. I think and using up my width, whatever you would call it, it's using up my room. I don't know what it's called on the TV. On the computer it's called a megabyte or gigabyte or whatever, but whatever it's called on the TV, it's using up my room. There's only so much room on the TV to have recordings, and I'm always up like at 95%, and I have that after I have that show too, The Men Tell All, that happens before the final rose. That whole thing was dragged up. I have to watch it. It's the bottom line. I got to get rid of it on the TV. I need to watch it so I can get rid of other stuff on the TV. I told you I was watching Inside Edition all innocently on Tuesday, and suddenly it was about to reveal it, and I went, and I shut the TV off instantly. Shut it off. That was the easiest thing to do. Don't pause it. Don't rewind it. Shut it off. Get rid of it so it doesn't tell me. Again, if you don't watch my videos, and this is this first video you've discovered me or whatnot, I don't watch those shows, but I was invested in Becca because of the Airy thing, and again, last time I only watched the last few episodes, this time the same thing. I didn't watch the whole season. It actually makes me puke, alright? It makes me puke that all these guys, they think they're the only one, and she's kissing on all of them, and meanwhile, it's just so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And of course, in the end, it's just sad because these two men are madly in love with her, and she can only choose one and have one, and she's in the driver's seat, and they know that, but one of them is going to have their heart just ripped to the shreds. They both equally think she is madly in love with them and is going to choose them. But that's the whole nature of the game. I don't feel bad for these people because they choose to get involved in this in the first place. See? No, what are you doing? Alright, you can have all my smelly thoughts, but you can't go on the floor if I can help it. Oh, Mama left her bear here. That was nasty, man. She's not supposed to. She wants it at her house. She wants to leave the big bunny that I got at Walmart for her whopping buck. Uh-oh. This. Oh, his little whiskers are, there's only one whisker there. Didn't want to come off. It was stupid with one whisker. Well, it's not meant for aesthetics. It's meant just to be soft and cuddly for my mom when she stays here. Get on the couch. I need to know where you are at all times so you're not going to the bathroom on the floor. I'm not going to chase you around the dining room table. Go on the couch. Get on the couch, Omar. Couch. Now that you're blind, I can trick you. I can get you more easily because I can put something in your way that won't hurt you, but that will stop you in your tracks. I can grab you. Get on the couch now. Couch. Get on the couch. Stay. No. Stay on this couch. You want to go to the cage? Get on the couch and go to sleep. Yeah, sit on the pillow. I want him where I can see him. I can see you from there. Stay right there. I wouldn't have any more of those socks that I hung on the railing and dried. If it rained on them, they were starting from scratch, but I don't know, we'll find out. I wasn't in this area, I don't know if it rained. didn't even put cotton balls in my ears last night. But I was out cold. Just so exhausted. I got things done though. I got the lip liner that I really like a lot. Couldn't see my contacts and I had them, and I brought my little stub of it. I don't know all I had left. Do you still have this? And they got me with looks. To me, it looked like it was the same thing. Because I didn't remember the name of it, but I think that's what it was. Probably going to regret not buying like 6 of them and only bought 2, but that's what I did. I say regret because I don't go to that area very often. Don't have any reason to. Really. But it lasts a long time, so 2 is going to last me quite some time, I would imagine. Might be able to find them online somewhere. That's what stores were recommending I do when Prescriptive's company, I guess, went out of business or something, but you could still get it online. I wanted my Pink Paradise Shimmer lipstick. I also wanted that Shiseido lip liner, and the 2 together, you wouldn't know that they would look wonderful, but I told you I was working at the parking concepts Amco in Santa Monica, 3rd Street Promenade, and a guy, older guy, made it a point to tell me how good he thought my lipstick looked. No guys notice shit like that, but this guy did, but he wasn't a kid. I think he said that looks really sensuous on you, the lip color. I'm like, yeah, thanks, I like it too. And then, of course, like anything, it went away. And when I went back to Shiseido, they said it was really popular. And then why did the company get rid of it? The salespeople don't know. If it's really popular, does it make sense to discontinue it? No, but they do. They do. And as for Pink Paradise Shimmer from Prescriptive's, Prescriptive's whole company, I believe, went out of business, so. I think I did look online, but I didn't think they had it. I don't know. In any case, this was a long time ago. They sure as fuck can't find it now, I'm sure. It did look good though. It looked really good. It was just happened to look good. It was some just weird thing, and they discontinued the lip liner from Shiseido, and I think Prescriptives went out of business, so no more Pink Paradise Shimmer. The 2 together were just, I think the Shiseido lip liner was like a rosy color, and then the Pink Paradise Shimmer was a pink, and it just looked really good together. Thus prompting this older gentleman, wasn't elderly, but you know, he was definitely a lot older than me, and I believe he used the word sensuous. I think he said that, you know, that lip color looks really sensuous on you. I think that's what he said when he came through my line. Can't check, you know. Sometimes he got so busy it was obscene. And just as an aside, as I told you, we've all been replaced. It's all automated now. Probably they got sick of people being robbed at knife point, which almost happened to me. It didn't happen to me, as I told you guys that story. I was in the, they got all TVs in the office so they could see what was going on, but it would happen like every summer, and that was when my mom wanted me out of there, and when she sold the house, she gave me that money to try to start a new life, and right after I got out on a Saturday night, 10 minutes later, where I was, my exact booth, the woman was robbed, the cashier, was robbed at knife point. So, it's too easy. That's probably why we've all been replaced by automated now. No more, and no more arguing. You can't argue with the automated machine, No more arguing, no more this, no more being pissed off that you've waited in line and taking it out on the person who's doing the best they can, the cashier, whatever we were called, I don't know. I worked there for fucking years. Parking Concepts was bought out by AMCO, and I worked there for years, and later I was not the least bit surprised that I was, without doing anything at all, a part of 2 different class action lawsuits. And if you read it, involved how they didn't give you breaks like they were supposed to, or then we had that one manager, supervisor, whatever, who was stealing the drops, and the cashiers would be new and just oblivious, and they'd be blamed and be fired, and it only came out later that, it's just sickening. The whole way it was set up was sickening, and that is probably why we were replaced with automated machines. Because too much, you're dealing with a lot of money, $200 or $300 in a drop. A supervisor, especially if you're on break and he comes and gets drops, or she comes and gets drops while you're on break, and someone else takes over your till and you have to count it, and meanwhile you get all these cars still coming, it's total chaos. And then we had the drops disappearing and the cashiers being blamed. Holy fucking shit. No wonder my mom had the money and wanted to commit the crime. As she later said, my family hates me for giving my daughter money and wanted to commit the crime of getting me out of there. Shoot her, If you're watching this, honey, fuck you. I know you're relatively well off, and I know you're selling houses if they're not already sold, and I know damn well the extent to which you have helped your own kids while condemning my mom for giving me a fucking penny, okay? Let's just make that clear. Write a memoir about that too. I documented it all the shit that went down in those parking companies. But again, I found out after I was no longer working there, and I went to visit my friend. The interesting thing is, they did keep that one booth, I think by the library or something. They kept that one. That was a smaller one. At least last time, but now I bet that's all gone. I bet they're all gone by now, but all of them had been replaced with automated, except for that one. I did find my one friend. Again, none of these people are actually my friends, but I don't have anything in common with them. But anyway. She was married with like 10 kids, a devout Catholic and whatnot. You think I had anything in common with her? No. But she was super, super nice to everybody, including to me, and I always appreciate sincere kindness, on the part of anybody towards, I always appreciate that, so I don't have to have anything in common with you as long as you're nice to me. And I did go back there to see what was going on like years later. And it was all replaced by automated. I laughed at that, of course. Again, I can write a memoir on that, and how certain, at least one that I know of was hitting on me, and everything. During downtimes, I even wrote certain songs. Nothing better to do. writing like 10 of my songs during downtimes. Some of the booths were busier than others. I'm not surprised they replaced us all, though. We were replaced by machines. Just like the so-called conspiracy theorists. Two of the top ones who have permanently lost their YouTube channels say is going to be in our near future, where everyone's replaced by machines. And then, like, the big thing is, who's going to, you know, all menial, all what you refer to as the lower jobs or whatever. Joe's in a high job, so he won't have to worry about that, as he's said to me. He's like, my job's secure. I'm like, I know. Machine can't, I know. But cashiers, fast food workers, all of that is going to be replaced by machines. In the near future, it's going to happen. Will it happen in my lifetime? Depends on how long my lifetime winds up being. See, now that I'm never going back there again, because I got all my stuff out of the public storage. That was a 10-minute walk down the street from where Donald and his mom possibly, who knows if they're still alive, still live. I can reveal stuff, like I worked for years and years at 3rd Street Promenade for Parking Concepts that was then bought out by AMCO. And I can tell you that after I was already gone from there, I'd been gone for a little bit of time, I became part of, without doing anything, class action lawsuits against those companies. I know it must be hot out because the air has kicked in and I have it on 75, you know. I have it on 75 and it turns on, it means it's hot. Yeah. least when I watch the stupid 2-hour and 3-hour Bachelorette bullshit, I can fast forward through the commercials because I taped the programs, you know. That's at least, you know, that's how they get ya. I really love that DVR thing. I highly doubt I'll be able to give it up, so I'm sure I'm just going to pay for it. Sometimes I wonder about that air conditioner. Especially when I start feeling coffee or whatever, when it coughing, like when it turns on. I put a brand new filter in, but maybe it's just, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if stuff's coming through or whatnot just because it's an old air conditioner and it's irritating my throat. It's just weird, I don't know. Because I'm not sick. And it is summer. Most people don't get sick in the summer. Maybe I should start keeping track of that too. Because I started feeling this way and the air conditioner just kicked in. That might not be a coincidence. I don't know. I don't know. What do I know? You just need to be where I can see you. You can sit right there if you want. You can be on the couch where I can see you right at the end. Those are your two choices of this life. Because you are my property. You're bound by what I want. And what I want is for you to not go to the bathroom on the floor. Is that much to ask, huh? Is that much to expect, simply that you don't go to the bathroom on the floor? I know it's confusing because you have to go to the bathroom on the floor when I put you in the bathroom, but, you know, desperate times, desperate measures, it's what needs to be done. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of things. I could write memoirs on. This Prevention magazine talked about memoirs. You know, something, one little, whereas an autobiography is your whole life, a memoir is just one little part of your life. Segments of your life. Still need to find out why my adult programming on HBO went MIA, disappeared. Again, it's probably going to be that it's no longer included in the basic. That's all it is. I bet you anything. That's what it is. Oh my goodness! You jumped up on Mama's lap and you're blind! Trusting! There could be no lap there! There could be something on my lap! But you know that, because that's why we have to protect Boom. He knows that, though, because when he's misjudged jumping up, he gets hit in the face, you know. Not on my lap, but, you know, that's happened sometimes. Unfortunately, I can't protect him 100%. I try. You jumped up on my lap, now look what happened. Now you're stuck. Now you're stuck. Lucky your nails didn't scratch my bare leg. wouldn't surprise me if the air conditioner is releasing invisible particles. And remember, it's air that comes the same as the heat, and it's a box out there. So maybe it's releasing invisible particles in the air, and that's why I suddenly start feeling like, in my throat or nose or whatever when it turns on. You never know. You never know about anything. But it does have a brand new filter. What more could I do? Wouldn't be surprised. I'm not sure how it works. That one's on the floor, but air comes out through the ceiling too. I don't know how it works. I think the air conditioner guy, when we had to fix the air conditioner a couple of years ago or so, explained it to me, but I don't remember and I don't understand. All I know is the filter's on the one on the floor, but the air comes out from the ceiling. And the big giant $5,000 air conditioner is outside. But you need a filter, I guess, because particles can get through the vents on the outside, I'm assuming. It's a big giant box on the ground. So, and there's a tube that goes through out there. I'm assuming it's obviously designed to make sure bugs or animals don't go in there, so I don't know. Like I said, it kicked on and I started feeling weird. So, but it could be coincidence. There's no saying.